All right, the combative tours are back for a UFC 251 edition of Deciding Splits. We're going to be going over the co-main event, which was Alexander Volkanovski versus Max Holloway. Volkanovski got the nod in a split decision, 48-47 times 2, and then 48-47 the other way for Holloway. The one round that we're going to be going over for this is round 3, which was 51% for Max Holloway fan scoring. And then even, media scoring seemed to be pretty dead smack in the middle, a little bit more for Holloway. But yeah, rounds 1 and 2, clear cut for Holloway. Rounds 4 and 5, pretty clear cut for Volkanovski, even though one of the judges scored round 4 for Holloway. But
5. Yeah.
Round 4 for, round 4 for Holloway is round 5. Yeah. Sorry, round 5. Goddamn, get your shit together. All right, yeah. Let's go over round 3, which is like dead in the middle. I don't remember much of it because we've had 3 cards since then. All I remember was that Holloway was killing in the first couple rounds, and then Volkanovski started to pull away, which is kind of the opposite of the first fight, right? Like, wasn't that Holloway kind of pulling away later in the fight, and Volkanovski
pulling away? I think he was closing the gap more than anything. But yeah, Volkanovski started good, and then
crazy how I'd be very intrigued to see how third fight goes between them, because I'm sure we'll eventually get that.
I hope he gets it.
Yeah,
man.
All right,
he totally deserves it. I mean, even Dana said Holloway won, and the judging was bad. So
yeah, all right, let's get into round 3. Let me make sure it's muted, and we are good.
So far, fairly even still.
Yeah,
maybe like a.
Actually, nice left by Volk.
I was just about to say that Volk, I think Volk is slightly ahead. And that was a good shot.
Good end for the round for Volkanovski too.
You know what? Upon rewatch, this isn't even that close to me. I think it's like
that's a Volkanovski round.
That's definitely Volkanovski won that round. There's you think back throughout the whole round, I can't tell you one clean popping shot that Holloway hit him in the face with. They were all blocked.
He had that flying knee, which was decent, but that was really about it. They had a lot of peppering leg kicks. They had the clinch position where Holloway was the one throwing more of the strikes, but it wasn't a lot. Leg kicks.
Volkanovski popped his head back a good 4 times. Yeah, 4 times at least.
Fuck yeah, I
think that's a clear Volkanovski round too. It's not even like.
And I remember when we were watching it live,
I gave it to Holloway.
We thought Holloway had it. Yeah. I think another thing is that the first 2 rounds he won quite decisively. That were like, yo, Holloway's on right now, and then it might have altered our thinking for round 3.
Like during the fight, even the tweets and all that, they were all talking about how good Holloway's doing. And I remember after round 3, people are like, "Ooh, Holloway looking good," and I'm like,
yeah.
That round was closer, but I still gave it to Holloway. But it is closer, and you could tell the bias was kicking in because we were just owning him in the first 2.
We were extremely out of it too at that point as well.
Plus,
right?
we were. I love Holloway, so I was just happy. I was like, oh shit, look at Holloway.
There's like a subconscious bias going on.
After the first 2 rounds, you thought, holy crap, this is next level. Like Holloway's about to take his stock to another level. Coming back in a rematch and schooling this guy. Holy, and then
I think the narrative normally says that Holloway does better in later rounds, which is why we probably thought he was just going to only pick it up, and that third round, looked close on not as close of a rewatch, which is why we probably just went with Holloway at first. But yeah,
exactly.
That's a Volkanovski round for me.
Round for sure. I definitely say Volkanovski there, but I will point this out. So technically, we have it 48-47 Volkanovski.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you want to bring up the CSS.
The scoring system is screwed up here because clearly, if you're doing it the right way and weighing the rounds out the way they should be, Holloway should still get the win because his first 2 rounds were more dominant than the last 3 for Volkanovski. Yeah. If you look at those 2 groups.
Yeah.
So I still think if you look at it as if you ask anybody not scoring at anything, just watch the fight. Okay, at the end of the fight, who won that? Yeah. Everybody's going to say Max Holloway won that. What are you talking about? So this is just a problem.
So are you saying rounds 1 and 2 you would give 10-8 for Holloway?
Yeah.
So it'd be what, 20-16 after 2?
47-46 Holloway.
47-46.
That's how I would like to score it. Because, 2 rounds where you drop a guy, it's more significant than outpointing a bit. Mm-hmm. So.
Not 48-46. Are you sure that's what it totals up to? 47-46. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
For Holloway. That's how I'd like to score it. But I guess based on the system we have, 48-47.
Based on the system we have, Volkanovski 48-47. So at least the right decision, at least in our minds, was made. Still on board for a third fight, but we'll get into that in the Combative Stories episodes that we do.
I still have a problem saying it was the right decision. You know what I mean? It was the right decision based on the scoring criteria. Yeah. But this criteria sucks.
Based on what we're given, we have to give them what they say. So
thing. Just so, yeah.
All right, 48-47, Volkanovski rightfully retains his title. Yeah, we'll talk more about the fallout of this fight in the Combatosaurus episode, so make sure you guys check that shit out. If you guys disagree, let us know why you think Holloway won round 3, if that's the one that you thought was a swing round. And yeah, just check out the Combatosaurus episode and hit subscribe. That's always something I got to remind them about. All right, see you guys for the next one.